Using a rubric within Google Classroom to grade and assign work is super easy, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can set it up and start using it straight away. Let's dive into it with another flipped classroom tutorial. Hi, my name is Seti and welcome back to the channel where we make educational technology easy for you. Now, rubrics in Google Classroom are a huge time saver, so let's open up Google Classroom and let's have a look at how we set it up. I'm here in my demo teacher account and I'm going to assign a new assignment to my students. So let's go ahead and click on Create. Once I've done that, I'm going to select Assignment. Now, this is going to be a very basic assignment, and let's simply title this All About Me. So, All About Me. We're going to leave some instructions. Now, this is optional, and for the sake of this rubric demo, I'm not going to put any instructions there. What I am going to do is I'm going to attach a blank file. So let's go ahead and click on Create. Let's add a doc. And there we go. And we're going to make sure that every student has their own copy of this document. So we're going to select Make a copy for each student. Once we've done that, we can now add a rubric. Now, using a rubric is not only going to show our students exactly what we expect them to complete, but it also gives them a scaffolding to make it very clear how they can up-level and upskill their work. So let's go ahead and add a rubric. In the bottom right corner, you can see there is a rubric option, and we're going to click on Add a rubric. We're now going to create a new rubric. Now, if you've used this before, you can always reuse a previously used rubric, but we're going to create a brand new one. And this opens up a new page. Here, we're going to now put all the information that we want our students to know about. So first of all, we're going to put our criterion title. This is what will be assessed. So let's say that this one is all about the information. So let's just type in information, and then you can add a description. This criterion will look at the information you have shared about yourself. We're going to assign a number of different grades, and this will speed up our grading afterwards, but it also enables our students to see exactly what the assigned grade will be for each level. So let's say that we have our first level here. Let's say that we assign 1 point, and this is needs more work. We can add a description if we want to, so let's do that right now. Your work could do with a little more information. Now, when I press on that plus icon next to it, I can add a different level. So let's add a second level. This is where we will assign our students with 5 points, and this is developing. And we can add a description, and then you can add as many levels as you choose. Once you're happy with this and you are ready to go on to the next criterion, you can scroll down, and then here you'll see Add a Criterion. So now we can add multiple criterions for this work. Let's add one that has to do with the spelling. So we're going to title this Spelling. And there we go. Description: how well did you do in spelling? And then we can have a number of different points. I'm going to just assign some random points. We have 2. This is beginning. I'm going to add another level. This will be 3 points. And this is developing. Now, again, these are just examples. You will want to check with your school. What are the level descriptors that you're using? How many points are you assigning to each level descriptor? And make sure that this all makes sense. Now, I've quickly rushed this. This is not an example of how we would use it in class, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what's possible with rubrics. Say that I'm ready for this now. What I can do now is click on that Save button in the top right corner, Save, and that rubric is attached to my assignment. You can see that it's attached right here. We're now going to assign this, and then we're going to look at rubrics from the student's point of view. So let's go ahead and assign this work to all our students. Open up the student demo account, and the student now sees this brand new assignment. So they're going to open up that assignment, and the first thing they'll see is that on the left-hand side, they have that rubric. There is a total of 15 points, and they can open that up to see, okay, information. This criterion will look at the information you've shared. Developing 5 points, needs more work 1, and then how well did you do in spelling? So this instantly tells the student that the teacher will be looking for spelling. And I would highly recommend that you always put descriptions for your levels, as it really supports your students as they're completing their work. Now here we're going to go ahead. We're not going to do anything, and we're going to just hand in an empty document. So let's go ahead and click on Hand In. And let's jump back to our teacher's view, because the teacher is now going to use this rubric to save time marking and grading this work. So let's go ahead and open up the teacher's view. We're going to open up the All About Me assignment. You can see that one student has handed in his work. We're going to click on that, and we here see that this student has handed in the work. We can open up that work, and this is where we start grading it. Now, because we've attached a rubric to it on the right-hand side, we see that we can now start marking it, and we can use our rubric. So let's go ahead and open up information. Clearly, this needs more work, so we're going to click on needs more work, and those points are automatically assigned. I'm going to open up spelling. Seeing as there is nothing on that page, we're definitely not selecting exceeding. We're going to choose beginning, and then also we are going to add a private comment. Please complete the work. We can now post this private comment, and then at the top, return the work to our student. As soon as we click on return, that student will see that they have a total of 20 out of 100. And this is where the rubric can be used as part of the final grading. If you choose to have a different system, then you can always choose it here at the top, and you can change the total marks. So your grades pulled in from your rubric can account for about half of the work, and then the other half of the points has to do with the content and the research, and maybe even citing their sources. So what you can do now is click on those three dots and change the total points. So when we click on change total points, we can change the total assigned points right here. This has now been changed to 50, and there we go. Out of those 50, 3 have come from that rubric down below. Once you click on that return button, this work is sent back to your student, and your student is notified of their work. So to summarize, rubrics in Google Classroom, incredibly easy to set up. You can reuse rubrics multiple times, and it gives your students a scaffolding that really helps them to produce their best work possible. Now, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Scroll down. If that button is still red, make sure you click on it. Hit that notification bell so you are notified of every new video that goes live. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.